VACAY-J beats.
Cold blood, cold queens. Cold queens, cold queens, cold queens, cold queens. Yeah. 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 South side Queens. The shadows getting taller now. Blood on the kitchen tile. Nobody left to call on now. The screen went black, but the echo of the blast remains. You can wash away the footprints, but you can't dilute the stains. Kanan standing in the kitchen with a smoking chrome, looking at the woman who built the house but destroyed the home. Is it blood in, blood out, or is it family ties? You can see the monster growing when you look into his eyes. Killers ain't born, man, they raised in the dark. Southside corner where they swallow the spark. The crown is heavy and the throne is on fire. Buried in the dirt by your own desire. Season 5, the final curtain, the reckoning is here. Ain't no room for love when you're dealing in fear. Yeah, VACAY-JTV. We watch the kingdom fall.
What up, 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 what up? What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? Come through, come through, come through. It's your man VACAY-J, back in the building, back in the building, back in the building. Yeah. What's good? What's good? Let me see who's in the building. You know what it is, fam. It's time for first reactions. This is episode 3. Episode 3, man. Raising Kanan, man. We back with it, man. We back with it, man. You know what I'm saying? We back with it, man. And I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Just finished watching it. Family, if you just finished watching it, then definitely stick around, hit the like button. We're going to go into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it. And yeah, this is first reactions, fam. It's your man VACAY-J. You know what it is. Share this out, hit the like button. You know what we do first, fam. We go ahead and we are going to rate this episode 3, which is called Tricks, right? Tricks are for kids, but this one is called Tricks, fam. So we got Tricks. What's good? And Mac is in the building. I see you, doggy. What's good, my guy? All right, so we're going to rate this, man. If you just watched the episode 3 called Tricks, family, go ahead and rate it 1 for fire, 2 for good, 3 for meh, and 4 for not feeling it. If you're not feeling it, you know what I mean? And I'm going to give my rating at the end, as I usually do. But we're going to talk about some of the highlights, man, from the show. And this is definitely a spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, hit the like button. Go ahead, skate on out. When you finish watching it, come back. And then we're going to discuss it, man, and chime in the chat, fam. So what did you think? Chime in below, family. If you just watched it, I want to get your first reactions off of this episode. And you see there's a reason why I got this man up here. There's a reason why I got this guy, Breeze, up in here, man. Shout out to Joe Sakura. He directed this one. Okay. And Mac gives it a 2 for good. Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm gonna give my rating at the end. You know how we do. I'm gonna give my rating at the end. We know how we do, but we finding out, man, this guy just don't give a F about nothing. Like, this dude, for real, is one of the most reckless dudes that we've ever seen. Okay? Like, he's one of them. He's not the reckless dude, but again, I think I miscalculated myself on who he would possibly be. Now, he's probably going to teach, Kanan's going to teach Ghost and Tommy, but they're going to watch and see this dude just do all types of menacing and crazy things just to take over and just to show that, look, this is not a game. This is not a game. This is my block. It is what it is. So, I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know, this is supposed to be Neek's block. Okay, Neek is supposed to run this block. That's his crew. And you know, your man Kanan and your boy Breeze roll up talking about, yeah, you know, your man Unique is on the run right now. So, you know, these are our blocks right now. You know what I'm saying? These are our blocks. And Kanan's like, yeah, these are our blocks. He's like, well, you know what? If we ain't hear from Neek, then this my block. The dude was like, this is my block. I'm like, are you serious, bro? Yeah, and then this happens. Your man Breeze is like, yeah, all right, this is your block. Blow. Like, for real, dog. For real. Blow. Shoots at him. Kanan popping at everybody. They run away. You know what I'm saying? Look, Breeze was trying to offer, like, listen, we can work together, get this money. But your man want to be cocky. Your man want to have an attitude. Your man want to have an ego. He's like, well, these my block. You see what happened. First body of the night. Kanan popping. Everybody popping off. It is what it is. They showing pure dominance. And that's what we're seeing from this guy, Breeze. Were you expecting him to be this, like, cold-blooded? Well, if Kanan's cold-blooded, this guy needs to be even colder, right? He need to be an even more cold-blooded dude than Kanan, because we know Kanan is cold-blooded. So I'm looking in, I want to see in the chat, family, were you expecting this guy to be who he is, who he's becoming? Because every single episode, he popping somebody. Every single episode is going down one way or another. Like, he's going to show you that it's pure dominance. There is no competition. It is what it is. Brooklyn is in the building. Brooklyn's in the house running Queens. Brooklyn is running Queens, yo. Now, any Queens people out there, how you feel about that? How you feel about Brooklyn running Queens with a cat from Queens? You know what I mean? How y'all feel about that? Y'all with that? Y'all okay with that? But that's how the story's playing out. You know what I'm saying? Dude from Brooklyn comes to Queens to work with people from Queens. I mean, of course, his aunt and uncle living in Queens, but running the show with Kanan. You know what I mean? I mean, this is not good. Again, didn't they say, yo, when the block is hot like this, ain't no business going on, it don't matter. Like, they going to pick up whatever they need to pick up, and then the block going to be taken over. So, fam, what do y'all think about Breeze, man? I mean, it is what it is. Let me see what's going on. Patricia's in the building. You don't understand the note to Juke. Okay, we'll talk about it. He said, Brooklyn, we did it. Mac, I didn't even know you was from Brooklyn. He said, Brooklyn, we did it. That, for those that don't, that's a quote from Big when he won the award. What award was that, Mac? He's like, Brooklyn, we did it. We did it, Brooklyn. That was funny. Yeah, man. See your man coming through, taking over. You know what I'm saying? What you say? Patricia says, I don't like Juke in this episode. Okay. Look, each and every one of them, and we got to realize this is the time. Each and every one of them are going to become unlikable more so as the season goes along. They're going to eventually evolve into the Kanan and Juke that we know from Power. Okay, the menacing, you know, you can't stand them, but you love them at the same time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What you say? Oh, I see your comment. Okay. And Mac, yeah, that's right. It was the Source Awards. Brooklyn, we did it, Brooklyn. So Brooklyn, I mean, your man's coming from Brooklyn. He taking over, son. I mean, how y'all feel about that, Queens? How y'all feel about that? But anyway, your man taking over the block. Neek is nowhere to be found. It is what it is, right? Now, look, we got Flossie Siegel. We got all these girls coming through. Rock's plan is now in place working with Flossie Siegel. They in Big Shirley's old spot. They pretty much kicked Big Shirley out, man. I still feel sorry for Big Shirley. But these girls are going to be the ones that's going to be moving the stuff, moving the products and all of this and that. And, you know, we see one in particular, man. Do I have her up here? Yeah, we see the, Catherine, Elizabeth. Listen, you're gonna have to do this, and if you're with it, there's gonna be a lot of money for you. You know what I'm saying? We finding out that, Flossie Siegel's a Jewish lady. Like, okay. I didn't even know Flossie. Okay. Flossie Siegel. Huh? I wouldn't have put that together. But she's a Jewish lady, and your man Marv, Marv was like, yeah, the hoes need money. Like, it was funny to me because Marv is just Marv, right? Marv is just gonna be Marv no matter what. Yo, hoes need money too. And she's like, oh, well, that's one way to talk to him. Marv, you're fascinating. Like, she was fascinated by just Marv being the hood dude that he is. You know what I'm saying? Hoes need money. Need money. So, it is what it is. But there's one woman in particular, man, that I was like, there was only one black woman, black young lady. I'll call her a young lady. She's not what Marvin calls her, okay? I am respecting the queen. But yes, there was one black woman that popped up that I was like, who is this? Who could this be, man? Who is this lady, man? Yeah, there she is right here. Yeah, who is that? Some of y'all like, yo, that's Sean's mom. But she got a whole different name, right? Latrice or something. It's something. But she like, yo, I got to make money as quick as possible. Look, I'm with it. She's like, I'm with it. Let's do it. Okay? And, Rock is like, okay, well, that's what we looking for. We looking for that type. So, I mean, the look that she's giving her, though, it's like something different about this one. But she's the only black woman that Flossie kind of recommended. You know what I'm saying? Flossie recommended these girls for this particular business. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, well, you the only one. You must got something special. You got some special magic sunshine. You know what I'm saying? It's happening all up in the whatever. But Flossie is we finding out Flossie definitely is a businesswoman. She definitely about pleasing men and getting the bread. Okay, Flossie definitely about that business. I mean, it kind of threw me off, but as we go along in the season, in the episode, it's like, okay, a lot happened to Flossie, so Flossie kind of went into this life from what I'm figuring. But yeah, man, this woman right here is gonna be interesting because we saw her at the very end. And again, spoiler alert, family. If you haven't watched it, I keep warning y'all. Every single time I'm up here, I'm trying not to spoil it for you. So make sure you go watch episode 3 of Raising Kanan season 5. Hit the like button on the way out. Come back because I'm not trying to spoil it. But this woman right here, she is going to play an intricate part in what's going to go down with your boy Kanan's, your man's Kanan's, right? All right, so let's talk about this real quick. And I'm going to look at the chat in a minute. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Share this out. You know what to do. New York in the building. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn, we did it. Queens, we did it. Harlem in the building. All right. So, your girl Juke rolls up on Garcia, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, son. Like, you a cop. You living like this. He's like, what the F are you doing? He trying to get all, like, intimidator. And Juke is crazy. Juke is wild, yeah. Juke is like, I am not intimidated by you, Buster. Like, dude, I know you got kids. I know you got one on the way. You gonna need some bread. You gonna need some money. He's like, I should arrest you right now or put a bullet in you. Never come around here again. She's like, huh, whatever. Like, Juke's whole attitude to me was funny because it was like, you don't intimidate me. I seen your wife. I seen your kids. I know where you live. Like, you follow me, I'm gonna follow you. So, you know what I'm saying? It's only right. But I can help you out. Like, she was trying to put this dude on to some bread. She's like, look at your house, man. Y'all living like this? You got like 8 kids? Nah, he don't got 8 kids, but he got a lot of kids. Garcia's getting busy. You know what I'm saying? Garcia, hey, you know what I'm saying? He's Garcia. Making a lot of babies. You know what I mean? So, but let's talk about it real quick because let me see. Let me go to the chat real quick, see what y'all talking about. Oh, my man, Sosa was. The joint was still up. All right. Let me bring up the chat. Bam, bam. Bring up the chitty, the chat. See See what y'all talking about. All right. Okay. Gemini down in the building. What up? He says, yo, what up? Solid episode. The build up, that chick playing both sides. We saw her meet. Yeah. Yep. Well, she, it seemed like she had opportunity. She said she got to get money, right? So whoever that is, because I know some of y'all gonna be like, I already see it. Yes, we say. He said, well, the whole Nima. One thing we can rely on Marvin is that Marvin will always be Marvin. That's why I love Marvin, because Marvin is always going to keep it real, right? All right, Patricia said that's Sean's mom. Right? Sean's mom. Okay. What you say? Yo, 40 what? Okay, he says, Kanan never hit the target. Please point that out. Okay. Tommy and Ghost never messed. Never messed or missed. Got you. Okay. Yeah, man. So, your girl trying to hook your boy up, man. Like, yo, I could help you out. She basically like, yo, dude, like, you a cop. You got all these kids. You ain't making no money. You ain't making no bread. I could put you on, son. You ain't really doing what you supposed to be doing, and you got all these kids. So Garcia, he pissed off, bro. He never come around here anymore. You're not intimidating anybody. You're not intimidating. Hold on. You're not intimidating anybody, dude. Like, for real. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Good. All right. You're not intimidating anybody, Garcia. Don't even try it. So now let's talk about it real quick. That note. What was the note, fam? I want to know from you, because we doing first reactions. We all over the place. We're going to talk about the beginning, the middle, the end. You know how we do. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not doing a recap right now. We're doing first reactions to what we just saw. What do you think was in that note? And I'm going to bring up that right there. Being that we're talking about Juke and Garcia, what do y'all think was in that note? All right, because he's like, once we do this, there's no turning back. Okay? So what do you think he gave her? And I want to hear from y'all. And then I'll tell you what I think, right? Because, he's like, get in the car. She just came from getting a little slimmy, getting a little, scissor action going on. Getting a little scissor action going on with Shorty. And she comes out, he's like, get in the car. And he gives her a note. He says, once we do this, there's no turning back. And she about to leave. He grabs her and snatches her out of the car. Snatches her back in the car. So once we do this, there's no turning back. So what do you think was in that note that she gets out of the car? She's like, because look, she said to him earlier, right? She said to him right here, yo, I see how you living. You know what I mean? Like, I can help you out with some bread. And then get in the car, and he gives a piece of paper and says, well, once we go this way, then there ain't no turning back. So is she going, was that a note saying how much he needs? Was that a note giving information? Because that's what she does. She'll go to him. That's how she found out about Crystal, right? To identify, who that was, who's the body, the Jane Doe that showed up and was in the building, which Pop Crystal, you remember, and she went to Garcia to get that information, got that information. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think got her like, man, okay, I'm about to go down this road. Ain't no turning back. That's what he said. I want to hear from y'all. What do you think was in that note? Okay, let me see. Look at the chat, the chitty chat. Gemini says, could be Sean's mother. She's playing both sides. How the hell she linked with Kanan, Rock handling her business, and Kanan trying to ruin hers. Yes. Crazy, right? All right. And Max says she told Kanan her name is whatever he wants it to be. So I don't think that name Flossie calls her is a real name. Okay. So it might be Sean's mother's name, right? Okay. Just like Breeze is not Branford's name, right? We're now in the 90s. So now we're getting these street names. Well, unique. We've been had unique, right? Ubiquitous, right? That's not his real name. All right, so you're right. You may be right. They say Juke got to be really, really careful here. Yep. They say I think Rock sent her to Kanan. Oh, you think Rock sent her to Kanan? Because when she got back to the bar, Juke was like, yeah, we got some more work for you to do. But no, Flossie Siegel said she got more work. So at the bar, if you remember, it just happened. When she came back with the bread from that first run, Juke was like, yo, we got more work. And then the girl said, Flossie Siegel got another appointment for me. So Flossie Siegel made that appointment, and then she ends up at Kanan's house. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But what was in the note? Let me see. What do you say? Maybe Garcia found snaps and pops, took out Crystal and Famous. Oh, we going back to that? We going back to that? Okay. Well, I'm trying to stick with like the subject at hand, right? Because the subject at hand is who popped Lou. Still, that's like the main, like up front. Like I don't even think we talking about Crystal and Famous now. Now it's like Uncle Lou, who popped Uncle Lou. So I'm thinking maybe that has something to do with it, something, right? But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe. All right. We say MX says Juke asked Garcia his asking price, right? He wrote him out. That's what I thought too. That's what I thought. I thought, boom. Gave her the amount. It's like, once we go here, there's no turning back. And those cops do, man, when they trying to lean in on you. Like, just like with Rock, how they was leaning in on Rock and vandalizing her stuff. And it was like, listen, you pay us some money, and we're going to make sure your stuff don't get vandalized. I think this may be the same situation where it's like, hey, yo, we start this and you pay me and I give you information and you pay me money. We start this transaction. There's no turning back. That's the way I'm thinking about it. Y'all thinking about it the same way? Y'all let me know. Okay, so Kanan called Flossie for right. Well, Kanan did know that she's doing business, right? In Manhattan. Did what's the name? Did Stefano tell Kanan that she's doing business with Flossie Siegel? Or he told Kanan, Stefano's told Kanan that she's doing business with Pino. Right? But I don't know if he knows about the Flossie. He probably know about the Flossie Siegel too, right? So what's up, TTO? Thank you for coming through. Smash that like button. Salute. Thank you for coming through. Hit that like button. Share this out. You know how we do. All right. So yeah, I'm thinking, yeah. Yes, and Mac, you rocking with that? Okay, cool. You say no? Why you say no? Why you say no? Why you say why you say? Okay. All right. Oh, you said you meant yes. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, it's probably the amount, as you said. And yeah, this is wild. This is wild. That's why I'm like, not judging it yet. I'm processing it again. We just watched it, right? So I'm processing it again as we talk about it for the second time. All right. Garcia, he's like, this is it, buddy. No turning back. Pay me some money. I was very surprised though after this meeting. And let me know if y'all was surprised too, because after this meeting, your man Marv gets the digits. I'm still intrigued by this because I was not expecting it to happen, right? Flossie Siegel rolls up on your man's Marvin. Like, you're very intriguing. You're very different. You have a way with the ladies, right? And she's like, yeah, when you get the opportunity, she writes down the digits. She's like, come through to the house. She's like, listen, I don't pay for no. Yo, I love Marvin, yo. I don't pay for no puss. that's Marv was like, yo, straight up, like, I ain't even interested, but if you thinking that you want to get some of this black rod, listen, I don't, well, we don't need to get down like that. I don't pay for nothing. You know what I mean? But she gave him the digits. Were you surprised at this? Was this strange to you? You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, I like to get to know, people I'm working with. You're very intriguing, Marvin. I was like, that's always sus to me. You know what I'm saying? When a person of a different, lineage, I'll say it like that. A person of a different lineage is like, you're very interesting. Let's do dinner. I don't even know you. I know we in association, but I don't know you like that. But the meeting that they did have was very interesting. I didn't think it was going to go there. The meeting that, Flossie Siegel had with your boy Marv was kind of deep. If you really think about it, it was kind of deep. You know what I mean? Like we talking about it. We all over the place, fam. If you just came through, hit the like button. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Come back. Not trying to spoil it. Full spoilers here. Okay. But I thought it was very interesting, man. That conversation. Man, what y'all think about that conversation? You know what I'm saying? We found out that daughter passed away. Marvin learns about a bar mitzvah for the first time in his life. You like bar mitzvah? Okay, yeah, well, y'all turn 13, y'all go up there and start spitting. Yo, Marv, I love Marv because he's so raw. You know what I mean? He's raw. He's not trying to candy coat it for you. He's just like, bruh, it is what it is. But even he's like, yo, this is kind of sus. Like, shorty gave me a number. I ain't even asked for it. But when they had that conversation, he's learned about her. He's talking about Lou. He's talking about, they talking about the daughter, and she didn't really want to talk about it. I want to find out how her daughter passed away. Did it have something to do with her business? You know what I mean? Like, does it have something to do with, because she's into the girl, the gentleman getting the girl business, right? She's the head of that. She's the boss lady. So, I'm interested to find out more about her story, about her daughter. But I thought this was wild. It was weird to me. I don't know. You guys let me know. Drop your comments below. And I'm going to keep going. Yeah, drop your comments below on this Flossie Siegel and that thing. Because I thought, look, we remember Marv, man. Marv, this ain't the first time he had an interaction with a Caucasian lady. I'll say it like that. Okay? Before it was, who was it from the club? Y'all remember from the club? He was smashing that. And then she got caught up and tried to set him up. Remember that? So, yeah, I honestly thought they was going to smash, to be honest with you. But the conversation, I'm going to move on and I'm going to come back to your comments. The conversation with Pino and your man, Skinzilly Head himself, was very interesting, fam. I thought this conversation was very interesting because he's like, look, I just want to tell you, man to man, that I'm doing business with Rock. I know you may have a problem with her, but he's telling your man, like, I don't even care how you feel, bro. He's like, yo, I just wanted to let you know straight up, like, I'm going to do business with her. I know you got a problem with her, but I don't give a damn. I'm out for business, bro. Like, for real. So I'm just letting you know, you can take all this anger, whatever you got. He's like, well, I got a problem with it. He's like, I don't care if you got a problem with this. I'm getting money. You not. You got a problem with her? Whatever. So when Pino came off like that, I was like, okay, Pino, you got a little bit of gonads, a little bit of bolas, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if you get back. But he's like, what he said to homeboy when his homeboy, after, Stefano left, he's like, man, you can go across the bridge. Like, he was really disrespectful, dog. Yo, Pino was real disrespectful. Pino was like, yo, you could take your ass back across the bridge. I don't care how you feel. This is Manhattan. Take your ass back to Queens. All right, the QBE, whatever you want to do, you can skedaddle up out of here. This is my territory. I could care less how you feel. I was dying laughing on that. I was dying on that. But what he said to his homeboy when his homeboy came over, he's like, yo, what's that about, huh? Pino would tell me, man. You know what I'm saying? You want me to go after him right now? Nah, you can't go after a maid, man. Come on, man. You know that. But he was like, what'd he say? Yo, it was a classic line, man. He was like, yo, he said, it's like an old dude, third fielder, trying to come into the stadium and tell Mickey Mantle, whatever his name, you know what I'm saying? You know those old, great baseball players, you know what I'm saying? Like those old white baseball, trying to tell me how to hit a home run. And you in the outfield, you old and washed up. I was like, dang, no respect for Stefano. Well, she's responsible. And I'm glad Pino pointed it out. Pino pointed it out because Stefano keep blaming it on Rock. And Pino was like, nah, man, that was all you. You the one that was messing with those guys from New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? It's your fault. It's your fault, Stefano. Don't blame it on Rock. It was you. You don't want to take the blame for it. You know what I'm saying? You want to be chauvinistic and blame it on the woman, but all this time it was your fault, beanhead, skinzilly head. It's your fault, boy. And Pino pointed it out, and he's like, yeah, well, we're going to be doing business with her. I don't care how you feel. So what? Get over it. I like Pino for now. I like Pino for now and how he's like, yo, we get money. So what up? I love my Italian family, man. You know what I'm saying? Italio souls, man. It's my peoples, man. That's my peoples, man, from New York, man. Great morning, great morning. I see you, family, coming through. Thank you for coming through, man. Hit that like button for your boy. You know what to do. You know what to do. You know how we do. All right, what'd he say? So Final mention to Kanan. He's doing business with, that she's doing business in Manhattan, right? And Mac, man, you know, come on, man. You from Brooklyn. I'm from Harlem. You know how these guys do, man. Get your mans. Get your mans. Okay. They say it's all going to come out to one by one, a mix between who took out Lou and Jukebox earlier with Kanan brought up Famous and Crystal because now Kanan's stubborn ass thinks maybe Rock didn't do it. Yeah, I remember the conversation at the diner. You know what I'm saying? Now he's like, I don't think so. I don't know if you did it or not. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Kendall? What's good? What's going on? Great morning. I know it's morning. It's 10:48 over here. Appreciate you for coming through. All right. What do you say? I think it'll be a friendship that will be beneficial for Marvin. Is Marvin going to smash? That's the question. Is Marvin going to smash? That's what I want to know. All right. What do you say? Jukebox talk with Marv, definitely deep. Yeah, because she's concerned about her father. I mean, that was a touching moment. That's a very touching moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, I just want to be with you because I love you, man. I love you, man. I love you. And he was like, ooh, I love you too, baby. But she was right. She was like, yo, let's get up out of Southside. Let's get up out of here. Nah, you know. Marv is on that same stuff that Unique was on. Southside is all I know. I'm going to live here and I'm going to die here. That's how it's going to go down. You know, old school, ain't nobody leaving New York. You know, y'all die hard New Yorkers, they ain't trying to leave New York. Now, look, I had to leave for business and I'm chilling, but we good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, everybody that stayed, everybody that left. Shout out to everybody. They're about to be doing some trauma bonding. Yeah, definitely. Tony. Hey, Tony. Pino was like, Stefano have the audacity to check me. Yeah. He's like, nah, you effed up with Rock. That's on you. Go back to Queen. Exactly. Pino said, go back across that bridge. Yep. Jimmy Down says, what Rock does in Manhattan is not Stefano's concern anyway. Exactly. What's up, Renee? I see you. Thank you for coming through. Hit that like button. You know what to do. Tell Mantle how to hit curve. Yes. How to hit a curve. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. How to hit a curve ball. He's like, he's trying to come in and try to, you know, teach me how to do what I already know how to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with these guys, man? They got to be out of their mind. You know what I mean? You say no sound? You can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Holla if you hear me. Patricia, can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? All right. Okay, Kendall, is your birthday? Oh man, happy birthday, Kendall. Happy birthday, vacay VIP. Happy birthday, girl. I ain't know it was your birthday, girl. Yeah, really, really good. Yeah. Oh, you went on vacay. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right. Okay. Okay. Happy birthday to everybody. Happy birthday to everybody that's coming through. My fam. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Happy birthday to everybody. What's your sign? Put it in the chat. All right, let's keep it going. So Pino, I got a little bit of kind of like respect for Pino. A little bit. A tiny bit. As of right now, until he F's up, just like Stefano F'd up with Rock. He may F up. We'll see. We'll see. He be playing those weasels. You know, remember he's the cat. He is the captain in Bad Boys. Okay, so he kind of plays like good cop, bad cop. He plays the good side, bad side. Okay. What am I looking at? I don't give a damn about you, Pino. Okay, yeah, we had this. I don't need to bring that up. We saw the clips on Kanan and Juke and him. It's like, yeah, you know, she's dead to me. She's dead to me. Blah blah blah. Rock is dead to me. Okay, this right here was wild. Okay, so we talking about the hit that Kanan did. That actually. There he is. That Breeze actually did with Kanan. Right? And we seen a little bit of this clip, but Kanan like, yo, I got your back. Whatever you want, it's nothing, son. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. But meanwhile, as they talking like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? All these old heads, that yeah, he was really on that, yo, all these old heads got to get up out of here. It's me and you now, son. It's all about me and you. We taking over, you know what I'm saying? So again, every time he says that, but look at your boy, little weasel over there. Every time he says that, I'm always thinking like, yo, he is about to take his own uncle and aunt out at this point. That's where he's going. You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels. It feels like dude is on some like, yo, everybody got to get out of the way. It's just me and you, Kanan. We're going to take over these blocks, and anybody in our way, we going to stomp on them. We're going to take them out, Shane. When he was talking like this, though, if y'all watched the Wu-Tang America Saga, Raekwon came out of this guy, man. Raekwon the Chef, because he played Raekwon the Chef from the Wu-Tang Clan. I heard Raekwon the Chef when he was doing, yo, Shane, I'm telling you, we going to take over. But look at this weasel. You know he going to go back. He probably going to tell the aunt and uncle, too. We saw what this weasel did. He is a buster, yo. Straight buster. And he mad. Yeah, you getting stepped over. Because you a weasel. Don't be mad. Kanan the man. Recognize. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that real quick. Remember how he rolled up on Kanan after he boxed up the two twins? Right? He boxed these two twins up. He was doing his, you know, the pill thing. And we going to bring you the pills. You give us the money, da-da-da. And then the twins was like, yo, we heard you getting passed over, you know what I'm saying, by this guy named Kanan. Blah, 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 blah. Little weasel boy was on some like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Who told you that? Yeah, that's what they saying in the streets. And the dude boxes up the little guys, man. Did I feel sorry for the little guys? No. But I'm just, your man's like, nah. Y'all need to be careful how y'all talk to a black man. This guy right here. Okay, I got it right here. Ugh, he punches him in the stomach. Ugh, I'm not being passed over. What are you talking about? And then he puts his hand on the strap. Y'all need to be careful how you talk to a black man. These twins is all hurt. Like, come on, man. Hey, Taz, relax, man. Come on. Whoa. Hold up, brother. Chill, man. You just, okay, nobody passed over you. You don't got to beat up my twin. What's wrong with you, man? Shout out to my guys, man. Come on, man. Dag. He messed up my kicks, man. Damn it, man. These black guys be getting on my nerves, man. Always punching somebody. And then they want to shoot people. Taz, you a punk. You ain't nothing but a punk, man. But fam, what do you think this bozo's gonna do, man? Because he rolled up on Kanan. Let me pull that up. Now that we talking about it, I just want to get him out of the way. And keep chatting in the chat, man. I'm gonna get to your chat in a minute. But this bozo, you're a bozo, dude. Be careful how you talk to a black man. That was funny. Like, damn it, man. My stuff messed up the crease in my shirt. Hello. I'm joking, y'all. I'm really, you know me. You know me. I got to find the humor and everything. But when he rolled up on Kanan, fam, did you think Kanan was going to do something to pop him, to do anything to him? He was deliberately messing up his count. It's like, yeah, I'm going to be here. I ain't going nowhere. And I'm just letting you know right now, I ain't getting passed over. Like, you got to be an idiot to do something like that. I'm talking to you. Kanan's like, yo, you messing up my count, man. You know what I'm saying? Get your bozo ass out of here. You lucky I'm counting some money. Because now I got to count from one again because you messing up my count, man. What's wrong with you, son? I'm gonna handle you later, son. I'm gonna handle you later. Yeah, he's a bozo, B. I think eventually down the line, who knows, next episode, look, we only got 8 episodes. We got to make the best of this. But your man's Kanan was like, all right. Like, you don't know me, son. Like, where's it at? Right here. He's like, he's smiling. Oh, you don't know. Kid don't know me, son. He don't know who my mother is. You know what I'm saying? Almost off my mother. I took out my uncle, son. I took my uncle out. You don't know me, son. You messing up my count. I barely can count. So when you mess up my count, it just frustrates me. But he's smiling, son. What is he going to do to Taz? He got to do something to Taz. He got to. Now, we'll get back to that. I'm going to go to chat. I'm going to see your chat. I got to talk about this. All right. Yeah, Marv went to the church. Pastor said you need to learn forgiveness. All of that. Rock trying to sell off the spot. We know that B-Rilla got popped in there. So, he can't sell it because it's just hard to sell because he has to disclose to any buyer that there was a herder in the building. So, of course, if you tell me somebody got popped in the building, I'm not trying to buy no building. But this right here was something. Now, all of y'all thought this was the part, right? Because we saw in the trailer your man Marv was throwing him against the wall and all this and that. So Marv running around paying people, yo, man, I heard it was in his barbershop. Yo, I heard he running with that guy Breeze. He was like, who the hell is Breeze? So he rolls up on Kanan like, yo, what's up with this, man? What's this Breeze? And your man's like, yo, look, man, I know you looking for work. The audacity, boy, the audacity. He was like, man, let me tell you something. I'm a gangster. All right, you ain't on my level. You can't even reach my level. Like he was going in. And, it was like, just imagine your nephew or somebody you brought up in the world with your sister is now of age and like, yo, man, look, I could get you some work, B. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you'll never be on my level. You know what I'm saying? I will never work for you. You work for me. Oh, man. And he was like, look, man, I got stuff to do. Like, Mom, I got to make this money, man. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, to add insult to whatever, he said, all right, gangster. Mom was like, ooh, this boy right here. So I think this is like the beginning. He's been wanting to beat his ass. But I think this is like the beginning of just Marv wanting to really get at Kanan. Because he's like, F that Breeze. What's a Breeze? He's like, yo, he lied too. He was like, yeah, we was just talking. He just came to me and approached me and we just talking about doing business. Even Kanan lied to Marv again. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all peep that? He lied to Marv again. He lied to Marv. Like, yeah, he just talked to me about doing business. Not saying that he's doing business with him. You know what I mean? So, all right. Let me go to the chat, see what y'all talking about. I know y'all chatting. I know you're chatting. I know you chatting the rat, the tat, and the map. All right, let's see. This. Like this. Let me make it like that. There we go. Okay. All right, let me go to chat, see what y'all talking about. Happy birthday, Kendall. Yeah. I always say I can't wait for the fallout between Kanan and Uncle Marv. Yeah. That's going to be crazy. Gemini Don says, Rock have a good game plan. Problem is it's the hating mother effers around her last season. It's unique delusional revenge, Marv mistakes. This season is Kanan's stubbornness gonna mess with Rock's business. Yep. We say I'm shocked Taz still around. Yeah, they hold him for something. Taz Punk. Yeah, exactly. Bree's definitely getting snaps and pops out of it. I know, man, because he keeps talking about, yo, these old heads, and all this and that, we gonna take over. And even when they had the conversation, remember when he was sitting down and talking to them, right? And they was eating or whatever. He's like, yeah, well, what about Unique? You ain't heard anything about this? And then, you know, Unique, you got to watch out for Unique because he's very strategic. He may come back and da-da-da-da-da. You know? And I don't think Breeze is taking that too well. Like, yo, okay, y'all brought me here. I'm doing what I got to do. I think y'all just some old heads, B. I think he really is not a respecter of the OGs. You know what I'm saying? I think he don't respect the OGs at all. We say I was expecting Taz to get murked at the end. Yeah, I was expecting that last time. Last episode, excuse me. Last episode, I was expecting. Remember when Kanan and Breeze rolled up in the spot? But then I was like, well, why they got to roll up in Taz's spot to take him out? He could just come to the freaking store and they can pop him in the back. You know what I'm saying? Taz being so jelly of Kanan is trouble. Oh yeah. He is no more Taz. Okay. Yeah, he's out of here. I thought Kanan was gonna unalive Taz. That smirk he did was like, next time, yeah, exactly. Done. Next time done. Look at you, Kendall. Next time, done, son. 1 son, 2 son, 4. Rock looked at the corner of her house where Lou, yes, man, she's still dealing with that trauma. You know, look, one thing we know about Rock will go through the pain, the agony, the trauma, and everything else like that, keep him moving, but to get slapped back like this, looking at a wall where your brother got popped, yeah, that's trauma right there. That is super trauma right there. Rock looked at the corner. Yep. We say, I think that part will come later, probably episode 5 or 6. Okay. The unmitigated gall. The unmitigated gall. Exactly. Leonard Brown has been MVP of this season so far. Yeah. Got a lot of tears going on. What you say? And what Kanan said to Marv when he left. Yeah, gangster. Gangster. He was like, what? Marv was like, get your breathing on, son. You gotta bring the breathing back, man, because now you dealing with this boy. This boy gonna have your blood pressure go up. He gonna have you go crazy. You gonna be. You better get that breathing back, Marv. So yeah, he better get it breathing on. All right, what you say? Gemini Don says, how and when Marv find out is interesting. Rock gonna have to tell him what really happened. Curious how that conversation would go down. Like Lou said, Rock always carried that burden. Yeah, that's why when this trauma thing, when she looked at the wall and that trauma just hit her like, bam, she was like, we got to go to the kitchen. I want something to drink. Go get something to drink, bring it back. No, we going to talk in the kitchen, Marv. He was like, man, I got to get up. I was just getting comfortable. Marv just drinking his life. He just drinking. He said, I keep thinking, what if Rock should have called Marvin when Kanan did what he did? Rock dealt with 2 emotions from her son, try to take her out and Kanan accidentally. Yeah. I said that last time. We say Juke wants to leave. Yeah, she does, man. I mean, I think that's a good idea. But Marv was like, nah, let me put you behind the bar. What is that about? I was kind of peed off at that. I mean, she trying to come up with a solution. And your man Marv was like, all right, well, you know, you want to be with me? We need to be by each other's side. You love me, I love you. Okay, I'm gonna make you a bartender. And you just gonna collect the money. Like, what? All right, before we get to that, what's that? All right, we already talked about Flossie Siegel and your boy, but she did give him a kiss. That's the one thing I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, I'm my business is men, and you're a very intriguing man. But she did give him a little smooch. You know what I'm saying? Give him a little, you know what I'm saying? Little cannoli kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, black man, you African, aphrodisiac man, black man. You know, she probably had a few. You know what I'm saying? That to have him in the house, she probably, yeah. Very interesting conversation. Okay, I was tripping on this. I was tripping on this right here. I was like, yo, for real? So when Rock found out that Unique's blocks was taking over, what she do? Man, she meet up with these boys and say, yo, just shoot up the block. Ain't nobody, it's just a message. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to go back and forth. Just take them out. I'm like, Rock, for real? You petty. You petty as hell. You supposed to be doing business in Manhattan. You don't got nothing to do with the business in Queens no more, but you sending these little goons to go and shoot up the block. Why? Because you found out that Kanan and this guy Breeze is running the block, and you don't want Kanan to have business? So you trying to mess up. You a hater. Rock, you a hater. You should have kept your nose out of there, man. Now these goons was going up in the spray. They sprayed the whole block. Messed up Breeze's business, messed up Kanan's business. Because in fact, didn't Breeze give Kanan the block? Yeah, Breeze gave Kanan those blocks. Yeah, you got Unique's blocks now. So those were Kanan's blocks. Crazy, man. Crazy, man. You petty mother freaking. I mean, but business is business at the end of the day. What do y'all think about that? Chime below. Chime below. Family, we are covering Raising Kanan, Season 5, Episode 3, called Trick. Use a trick. I'm a trick. We a trick. I ain't no damn trick. Rock's a trick. Because Rock is doing bad business, y'all. That's just terrible, bro. You just hating on your son. You don't want your son to do nothing. All right, we talked about the Garcia. We talked about the church. We talked about Taz, dumbass. What else we got to talk about? Y'all chime below. Let me know. We talked about this touching moment right here where I'm going to bring it up, man. Y'all go ahead and cry. Because you know Juke is giving, what's the name? Haley Kilgore. You know, Juke. So, you know, gave a performance. Because I want to be with you, Daddy. I love you. You all cried. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, go ahead, man. Y'all get your acting chops on, man. Y'all do what y'all got to do. Because y'all gonna need another job. So y'all do the best that you can. Okay? You know what I mean? Because I don't think we're going to see Juke in Origins, yo. I think Juke going to really go out of town. Like she already said, let's get out of Southside. I think she's going to get out of Southside. I think she's going to get out of Southside, go to DC like we said. I think that's going to play out now. What else we need to talk about? Yeah, we pretty much close to the end. Juke is at the bar now. And then we got Shorty coming through. And then she goes to deliver the package. Let me pull that up. Because she looks very interesting. This woman right here, who allegedly might be, you know, Sean's mom, right? But she delivers the package. The man gives her the money, but she walking through. This dude like, yeah, finally my package shows up. That's in what is that? Investment firm? You know that's how they do. That's how they was doing it back in the 90s. They don't go out and get it. They got shorties like this delivering the package. Yeah, I got a package for you. You know what I'm saying? They give them the money, then they out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's at LLP. What's Huntington? Wait a minute. I got to look at that because I was thinking, again, this first reaction, I got to look at that again. Mess around, that's freaking Braden's father's company, yo. What if they put Braden's father's company back then in the 90s and his Braden's father was uncle? Maybe that was his uncle. Maybe this is Braden's uncle. Nah, that's not his uncle. This guy looks, yeah. That's not his uncle, but I'm just saying, what if that is Braden's parents' firm, yo? That would be a great Easter egg if it was, right? If it was Braden's parents' firm, that would be dope. I'll be like, yo, that's fire. That's fire. You know? But shorty, she bad. She a bad mama jamma. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? And for let's wrap this up. For Kanan to actually be the one to be smashing, I mean, we mixing a whole lot of business together, right? You know what I mean? But do you think that Kanan requested her on purpose, knowing that she is connected to Rock's business? I mean, or is that a coincidence? You know, is it a coincidence? But she go back to the spot and she like, yeah, Chuka's like, we got more work. She's like, nah, Flossie Siegel told me this, that, and the third. Right? I got more work uptown. And then she goes and sees your boy Kanan. Right? So, I don't know. Yeah, this is the scene where they was in the. Oh, okay. This is the scene. Like, yeah, I think we just lost. We ain't never gonna be found. This is deep. This episode was deep. Like, it was real deep, real introspective, real like, we realizing that, is this all we got? Is this it? He talking about God. They were talking about, Bob was talking about God. I mean, he went and had a discussion with the pastor. He asked her, do you believe in God? She's like, She's like, yeah, I don't want to start believing and then something bad happens. That's pretty much what she was saying. I don't want to start believing and stuff and da-da-da, and then something bad happens. Then it's like, I'm disappointed. That's what they was on. It was, look, it was pretty deep. It was a pretty deep episode. And I just want to show and I got some pictures from the next episode, so stick around for that. Let me just get down to the last scene. And if I missed anything, put it in the chat. If I skipped over something, put it in the chat. And then I'll read it. Where's it at? That last scene with Shorty roll up on Kanan. I think this is, here it is. He's like, what's your name, Shorty? She's like, whatever you want, Big Daddy. Whatever you want, Big Daddy. Whatever you need, boy. Get these guys out of the way. Because she couldn't stand to be up in there, but she's like, let's go in the kitchen to eat some McDonald's. Yeah, so this is when they first meet. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? Is this Sean's mom? Is this going to be Sean's mom? All right? Y'all let me know. Again, somebody said, was it Gemini Don said earlier, he's like, yo, she may go under a different name because she called her Latria something. She called a different name. All right? It was a different name. And she said it real quick. But he like, yo, whatever you want, son. You paying for it. Now, do we remember Sean's mom being HOE or being a worker of the night. Do we remember that happening at all? Yes, no, maybe so. All right. Pull this up. Let's go into the picks for the next episode, fam. Oh, before I do that, let me get my rating. Let me give you my rating, fam. Jarita, thank you. Jarita, Kendall, thank you. Jarita. It said Tiana, right? Yeah, it's Tiana. But we know it as Jarita. Okay. Let me get my rating real quick, and then I'm gonna go to the chat, and then we're gonna look at these last picks. Okay. So my rating, family, for this episode 3, all right, called Trick, directed by Joe Sikora, aka Tommy, aka Billy from Reasonable Doubt, but we know him forever and always as Tommy. I'm gonna give this a 2 for good. It was good. It was good. It was good. You know, it was. I was telling. Look. I gotta admit, I was telling my man Gemini Don earlier, man. It's like I think I may be rushing because I know Origins is on the way. So I'm kind of like, all right, come on, let's get to it. Let's go. I know y'all taking your time. It's the last season. I know we need all these intricate details and information, but I may be rushing it. I might be. I might be rushing it. I'm going to let it play out. We're still going to watch it. We're still going to go over it. We're still going to do it. Okay, fam? We're still going to do it. All right. And let me just go to the chat real quick. And then we going to look at these final pitches. Y'all make some predictions, and then we out. Shine, we out. Thank you for rocking with your boy. 1 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the morning. Styles Fly, Stay Fly 68 says, I bet Breeze ends up unaliving Marvin. You know, I thought that. Like, after he goes and beats up Kanan, because we know that's going to happen. What if? You know what I'm saying? Your man's is on some like, what, he beat you up? Yo, you want me to handle that? And Kanan gonna be like, nah. But then Breeze gonna turn around with his reckless, crazy, insane ass and go handle that. And then next thing you know, Kanan don't even know that Breeze took out his uncle. And then once he finds out, then he sends Ghost to go take out Breeze. You know what I'm saying? That would be a great plot. Okay. We say the block is where her property is at, I think. Okay. Oh, you talking about the... okay. Well, it's on the corner, right? It's on the corner. So you're saying that same block where Breeze Pop Dude and where, you know, Rock got those guys to shoot it up is the same block where her thing is at? I'm trying to make it make sense because remember, she's trying to get rid of this property, so to have more bodies on that block wouldn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because she's, you know, she's trying to get somebody to get rid of that stuff. She's ready to get it out of here. She said she's gonna be his enemy. Yes, she did. That's true. You're right, Patricia. The real estate property Rock was trying to get rid of is on the same block. Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay, you said that. Kanan and Rock are competitors now. Yep, that's true. Thank you, Renee. Great live. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for coming through. Y'all get some rest. I know you're tired, but I'm going to go through some of the picks from the next episode. So if you want to stick around, stick around. We say, let's be real. The only reason Kanan says it no longer matters Rock unalive Crystal, because that means he had to admit that believing that lie led to lose. Oh, right. Exactly. Great point, Steven. That's a great point. That is a great point. Yep. Jukebox works with Marvin at Cafe Boo. Yep. This was the most interesting part of the episode. Did Rock send this girl into Kanan's orbit, or did Kanan send her to spy on Rock? I think that's going to happen in the next episode. I watched the trailer really quick, and from what I remember, I think he's going to get her to do something for him. Don't know what it is exactly yet. You know how they do as far as how they set up the episodes, right? I would say Gemini Don says Rock meeting Breeze next episode. Yes, we're gonna get to that. It would be his grandfather's business. Oh, okay. Now we going there. That would be crazy if that's the origin of Braden's fault. I know, right? I think it would be a dope Easter egg, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how firms change names all the time. You know what I mean? And let's say, boom, dude gets caught. You know what? We're kicking you out of the firm. The shareholders, we're kicking you out of the firm. And then the next up is Braden's father. Now Braden's father's running that firm. That would be crazy, bro. This is way before even Braden was even born. You know what I'm saying? But that would be crazy. If again, I'm just throwing that out there. You know what I mean? No, he doesn't. No, he don't. Okay. I think Kanan called her. You think he called her? Okay. Yeah, he called her, but that the question that we all got to ask each other and ourselves is, did he call her intentionally, knowing that she's connected to Rock? Or did he just call her because he wanted to just get some? And they just so happen to, it's coincidental that she works with Rock now. She works for Flossie Siegel. She's a call girl. Okay. But this is some good writing. Again, the good writing, because it's making us talk about it and question certain things. Right? Because is he that smart enough that he would find out somehow, some way, and be like, yeah, I want this girl to come through, da-da-da-da. I know she's connected to Flossie Siegel, and I know that Flossie Siegel's connected to Rock, and they're doing business. Is he that calculated? Is he thinking like that now? Or no? We say, I keep forgetting that those are the escorts. Yes, he probably paid to smash her, but I think he will eventually find out she works for Rock. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I think he just was paying to get some. Okay, you give it a 3 for man. Okay. It was good. We say it was good. Kind of a filler episode, but good. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. We're getting there, the build up to see what happens to these key pieces in the game and the Thomas family. Yeah. You said that to me before, fam. I'm being as patient as possible, man. But we know that these are informative. Okay, I'm not using that term filler episodes anymore. I'm going to use the term informative episode, because while this wasn't the greatest, this was fire episode, we are getting new characters and new information, and the pieces of the puzzles are being put together. So again, we got to be patient. We got a lot of action in the first 2 episodes. Now we're going to have to be a little patient. Every time we watch Power is always 2 or 3 or 4 that's going to drag a little bit and be informative. And these are the setups to episode 5 and the rest of the season. Y'all Power fans, y'all know how this go. We are impatient every single time because we'll get the action and they'll take a little bit of the action away to give us more information. And then we'll get back to the action. You know how they do. I would say, so Kendall says, so if Juke is going to turn real dark. Yes, she is. She's about to. And Max says they may make a deal. Breeze gets Marvin and Kanan gets Snaps and Pop. That'd be crazy. He said no. Stefano did tell Kanan that Rock is working with Flossie. He did. Now, again, if we find it, so if I'm Kanan, right, and I'm like, all right, Italian dude Stefano told me Rock is working with Flossie. Who is this Flossie? I'm gonna get all this information on Flossie. Oh, Flossie got a service. Okay. So if that's the case, then yeah, let me get somebody on the inside of that. We say Rock looked at Juke like, oh, look at my baby putting that work in. Rock still love her niece and vice versa. Juke love her auntie Rock, but that made Rock smile. It did. But you remember what she said. Remember what Rock said? Rock was like, yeah, you got so much to say about what I do, but now you work for me. And then Juke is like, no, I'm working with my dad. She's like, oh, okay, you working with your dad. I have nothing to do with it. Okay. That was kind of snide. That was kind of like, Like, yeah, you work for me anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing to do with it. That's right. See, they still got love for each other, but still it was kind of, you know, Rock was kind of being a smart ass right there. Yes, these episodes we get in, we got to rewatch for the info that plays out later. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got to pay attention. Right? Informative episodes, not filler. I'm just saying that. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. I'm just saying these are informative episodes. Informative, yeah, that's a better way to look at it. Yep. That's the way I'm looking at it. You know, we're just making a little bit of changes in our dialect, in our vocabulary. All right, let's get to some of these picks from the next episode, and then we out of here, fam. We out of here. Thanks for rocking with your boy, staying up with your boy. If you're on the East Coast, Midwest, West Coast, you know how we do. I'm going to bring it all to you. Let me bring up these picks from the next episode. All right. Episode 4, right? So, yes, we finally see your girl Rock is going to meet Breeze. This is going to be interesting, fam. Because she was like, I just want to let you know I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. It is what it is, Shane. You know what I'm saying? Like, she talking smack to this dude because you know he talking wild crap. You know what I'm saying? He talking wild crap to her. Okay. Pulling up the pics. You know, and you know, because I'm getting the feeling, like I said, I'm getting the feeling that Breeze is on some like, yo, all y'all old heads got to get out of here. Your reign on the top is short like leprechauns. All right, it's over. I'm Breeze. I'm here now. It is what it is. Don't even question it. We taking over. All right. And that's his whole attitude. His whole attitude is like, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. It's going down like that. Hold on. Pull these up. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Let's see if these come up. Yep. So that's what Breeze is on. And I'm getting that's how he's moving. You know what I'm saying? There he is. So they gonna go at it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna pop her. It ain't gonna happen. He looking at her like, what? What? Old head, you came his mom, so you know. I don't know. They getting real close here. They getting real close. Y'all put in some predictions as we pulling up these picks. Garcia's talking to her. Look, man. This is where it's going. This is what we've been waiting for. She eventually is going to get down with the po-po. We know this is going to happen. Eventually, it looks like Garcia is going to work with her. They're going to work with each other. She's going to get him some bread. He's going to give her information. And she is going to learn about the system. That's why he kept saying, yo, you know nothing about how this goes down and how this works. But I think Garcia is going to put her on to how it works based on how much money she's giving him. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a fair exchange. Your man Marv is in the church and they are praying. Your man Marv is praying in the church, in the chapel. He's in the sanctuary. Okay? This is going to be crazy. I got 2 picks. But yeah, man. Yeah. Garcia about to put her on, B. She is about to become a detective. She's going to the police academy, yo. She's going to the police academy, fam. I'm telling you. I don't know how y'all gonna feel about that. We know it's gonna happen, but how you gonna feel that Juga's just gonna become the popo? Again, she's gonna be a grimy popo, but she's gonna be a popo. She's going to be the popo. How y'all feel about that? You know? But she's going to work with and help out Kanan when it's time. You know what I'm saying? Stefano and Rock are going to speak. They're going to go at each other. Is she going to pop Stefano? Nah, she ain't going to pop Stefano in the restaurant with the goons around. But yeah, this is going to be a crazy confrontation, family. Ah, man, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. Look, once I get the trailer, I'll probably do a what's next. So look out for that video. And yeah, man, I think this next episode, it should turn up a little bit. But I think Joe Sikora did a good job. I think, we're going to see some good stuff, man. We're going to see some good stuff coming on the way. All right. We're going to see some good stuff coming on the way. All right. Let me read your chat and then we out. We say, he said their last conversation did hurt Juke when Marv told her Rock would make a move without telling him. Okay. Breeze is like, damn. Okay, Rock. I see you don't back down. Exactly. Kendall says, Breeze seems wild. I expect him to be a little more astute. You expected him, right? That's what I thought too. But again, based off of how calculated Ghost move and power, it's like, I guess he would be kind of like the refined version of Breeze and Kanan, right? So James St. Patrick probably learned how crazy Breeze was, how calculated Kanan was, and then learn whatever he needed to learn, that he refined himself to become Ghost. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got the wild version, you got the calculated wild version, and then you got the, I'm gonna put it together and be very more strategic, more cunning, more, you know what I'm saying, just be the ultimate gangster. You know what I mean? He says she might turn into in her auntie. Okay. Maybe. Okay, you saying she might turn in Rock. Wow. We say, yep, Garcia gonna help Juke get to the bottom of this Lulu situation. I think she'll be the one to find out what happened. Wow. Okay. Juke is gonna unallow Garcia in the end, go to DMV. Wow. Think so? Okay. Not liking it. Garcia's out here, though. Dirty cops don't last. That's true. But remember, let's go back to OG Power. Juke is a dirty cop. Juke is a dirty cop. We were introduced to Juke in Power, and she is a dirty cop. You know when she ran in the store, the kids was robbing the store, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, yo, you supposed to take care of this. That's how she popped the dude. You remember that? And then she popped the other dude. You remember that? Juke is a dirty cop. Juke becomes a dirty cop. So when we say dirty cops don't last, Juke lasted for a long time. So, you know, we gotta think about that. Okay. Somebody needs to finally go in that furnace, bruh. If I see that furnace one more time and ain't nobody go in, I'm done. I'm done because I'm tired of seeing it and then nobody using it. Nothing's being done with it. You know what I'm saying? He said, exactly, okay. And said, you see what made me do, yeah. Mm-hmm. You said, I agree, Jay. They're showing us that ultimately Ghost was meant to lead with all the qualities of Breeze and Kanan, plus his own natural intelligence and mind. Exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad we're on the same page. Juke was a dirty cop that didn't last. Exactly. But she didn't last because of her own. Like if Kanan didn't shoot Juke to save Tariq, she would have still been around. They would have still been around, but she went crazy. I think Juke was just like, we're gonna find out the beginning triggers that made Juke into the crazy, corrupt cop that she is. Very cunning, very calculated, just like Kanan. And what made her go crazy to kidnap Tariq and almost pop him, right? For Ghost. We know it was for Ghost. To get revenge and da-da-da-da, but, you know. They say Stefano needs to go into his own furnace. Exactly. All right, family, this is it, family. I appreciate y'all for coming through. You know what it is, man. Thank you for chopping it up with your boy. Man. We're going to be back. We're going to be back next week. We're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. With the first reactions, fam, you know what to do. Hit the like button. Share this out. When When it processes, fam, please do me a favor. Come back to the live. Right? Come back. It's going to be a video. Come back to the live, though. Hit the hype button for your boy. I appreciate that. Gemini Don says, I get the feeling things are going to get so hot. Maybe Jukebox Marv and Rock will go in protective custody. And that's how Juke changed her name. Just a thought. Okay, we'll see. We'll see, man, because it's a lot. It's a lot. Kendall, love and light, and happy birthday, Kendall. Once again, happy birthday to my VACAY VIP member. And, you know, she's always so sweet. Happy birthday to you. Many, many more. Many, many more. Appreciate the love and the support and all that. All right, fam. Appreciate you all, man. Y'all have a good morning, good night, good evening, good day. And I'll see y'all in the next one. It's your man, VACAY. Till next time. Salute.
I don't wanna go.